What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 8 of FLAmerica. Yesterday, Flamengo played against Criciuma away from home and managed to get a cruising victory of 3-0. What a game. We're going to cover that and all things Flamengo. Welcome to FLAmerica. If you're new here or if you're returning, our goal here is to bring Flamengo to the masses. And for our Brazilian friends looking to polish up on English, you found the spot for you, baby. How we doing, Leo?
I'm doing fine, especially after this wonderful song, the Flamengo anthem English version in blues. Gotta love it.
Yep.
Rock version. Gotta love it, Rafa.
Awesome. Well, hey, let's dive right into it. Yesterday, Flamengo traveling to Criciuma's home stadium just to set the stage. Criciuma needed a win to be able to keep their hopes of staying in the Serie A, the top flight division of Brazilian soccer. And Flamengo went in there with, I think it was 16 players injured out, whatever it might be. Some probably already on vacation, whatever it might be, and cruised to a 3-0 victory in a game that otherwise was quote-unquote meaningless in the grand scheme of things for Flamengo. I think it was great signs of the future. So let's jump right into that. Leo, what do you think about the score? And let's tell us all your thoughts.
Well, you said it all. It was great. 3-0 win away. Arguably, only Eric Pulgar would be a starter if we had the entire roster available on yesterday. And let's recap what you just said, Rafa. Let's bring that to perspective. Flamengo has nothing to play for in the Brasileirao, only its honor. So we go into the match with arguably one starter, bunch of reserve players. Criciuma fighting for their lives. They were, and they're now absolutely staring relegation in the eye. Tough team to beat at home. And we went there with authority and we beat them 3-0. That's a very unusual result to achieve under those circumstances. So fantastic victory. If anything, what we continue to get game after game is a very, very optimistic lenses into what next year could bring. If the team can perform this well, can achieve great results when we don't have a lot to play for against difficult opponents that are fighting for something, what does that tell you of what we can do next year when we have a full squad and Felipe Luis' philosophy fully settled in the club? So I grow more and more optimistic by the day, Rafa.
Yeah, me too. And I think a way that I 10x my optimism is being able to watch Felipe Luis' press conferences after the game. I mean, specifically this last one, he touched on a fact that some Flamengo fans were telling us to throw the game because if we were to lose this game, it was going to make Fluminense have a bigger chance of being relegated, right? Fluminense are crosstown rivals. And he basically said, what the F is that? That is the biggest nonsense. We're going to play every game. We play here for our club. We don't care about anybody else. Basically threw a bucket of cold water on every fan out there who would ever think that way. And that's really the way that I think it's supposed to be.
100%. And whoever suggests that doesn't know Flamengo, doesn't know Felipe Luis. Perhaps because last year, under similar circumstances, Fluminense also faced Palmeiras when Flamengo and Palmeiras were battling for the title. And of course, they lost, but their fans, prominent fans, were actively advocating for them to throw the game. That's not how Flamengo operates. We're going to go out there and we're going to go out there to win. And again, Felipe Luis emphasized that. And every day, every time he goes to that press conference, but more importantly, every day the team takes the field, you see something that you really, really like and that really resonates with what Flamengo means and what we want to deliver. So, Fluminense fans, don't worry. We did our job. Now go ahead and try to do yours today, all right?
Well, I also think it's really good just talking about from an analytical standpoint at the game, right? The team does a good job keeping the ball, distributing it from side to side horizontally, but doesn't lose its vertical flair, right? It's still attacking, it's looking to score, right? It's not a passive game as Flamengo had been playing for the better part of the last year, right? It's a vertical game that's attacking, and I'm excited for us to have not only Pedro back, but bring in another striker there. I think it'll only make us even better, right? Because the biggest issue right now for our team is missed chances. Now, yesterday we were able to take advantage of some of those chances, having some names that we're not always used to seeing on the score sheet, right? Not only Varela, which Flamengo seems to score with right and left backs way too often,
Well, we
but
got the right coach for that, I guess.
exactly. Probably has something to do with that. But also seeing Luis Araújo after injury, his first game back, be able to be on the score sheet once, could have been twice. Bruno Henrique bearing a nice little penalty. Overall, it was a really nice game, right? Good to see Luis Araújo come back. It's amazing to think, gosh, when we have our full team back, how good can this really be? It's exciting. And yeah, we secured our third place in the Brasileirão. And yeah, great things ahead. What do you think, Leo?
Absolutely, and a couple of things there. Luis Araujo being back is very important. He had a tremendous year before he went down in injury. Um, One of the unsung heroes of the season so far before he got hurt, and he got hurt around the same time that we lost Pedro for the season. And those are two of our best attackers. Fun fact: if you look at the Brasileirão table, you will see that Flamengo is, I think, one or two goals only behind as a top scoring side, and that is without Pedro for a number of games, who was the top scorer of the country in the year, and without Luis Araújo for many games that was scoring a lot. Arrascaeta also missed several games, and Cebolinha. So our four top scorers of the year have missed a combined, what was it, 35, 40, 50 games
A
between all
ton,
of them?
a ton, a
A
ton, a
ton.
ton.
And we're still going to end up as one of the best scoring teams in the league. Under where the 80% of the league or 85% of the league under Tite, who notoriously is not an attacking style coach. Now, do the math, Rafa. When we have Pedro back, Luis Araújo coming back, Cebolinha is going to come back. I think Plata is growing and growing. We have Michael, and we may have yet another attacker. And the philosophy that Felipe Luis professes, what does that tell you in terms of the potential numbers of goals scored that this team has for next year?
A hundred percent.
I can make a prediction here. Yes, Flamengo is going to probably have a record number of matches next year because of all of the competitions that it's involved. We're going to talk a little bit more about the upcoming Club World Cup. So Flamengo is staring upwards of 80 games next year. It's a record-breaking number. But with this squad, with this philosophy, I think we're going to have a record-breaking year in terms of goals scored. So look
I
at that.
agree.
See, there you have it. So we have Flamengo has scored 59 goals.
Only behind Palmeiras, who scored a clinching free kick yesterday. So yeah, we're right there.
And think about it. Without Pedro for many matches, without Cebolinha, without Luis Araújo, and without Arrascaeta, the top four goal scorers for
It's
many games.
it's
Crazy. And
crazy.
under Tite for the majority of the competition.
100%.
So
Yeah,
what does
we have
that
a
tell you?
huge year ahead, and it's really exciting, and I think it's going to be big things, including into the big year ahead. We have a monstrous competition that's going to be occurring called the FIFA Club World Cup, right? But the way they're doing this one, it's not like how it used to be, where they would grab, the winner of the Libertadores, the winner of the Champions League, the winner of the AFCON, and just do like a little tournament no one would watch other than the actual teams that were playing in it. They're doing a legit Club World Cup, just like the, once every 4 years, it's done with the nations, right? And I think it's going to be something amazing, and Flamengo has the honor of being a part of it. So let's put up today in Miami. They're going to be doing the draw of what teams will be in what groups. And let's get into the analysis of the different pots and who Flamengo could come up against and what it means for our beloved. Here they are, Leo. Dive in.
Right. So the first thing that we can see here is that Flamengo, along with another 3 clubs from South America, are in pot 1, next to the top 4 ranked European teams. So Flamengo is not going to have to face either City, Madrid, Bayern Munich, and PSG on the first phase in the group stage. But we're going to draw from the other groups. So we're necessarily going to have to face an European club in the group stage. And then the other clubs that are less ranked. But important to say, even on pot 3, we're talking about good clubs as well. The defending Botafogo just is about to win the Brazilian League, just won the Libertadores, in there on pot 3. Boca Juniors is on pot 3.
Al
You
Hilal.
look at Al Hilal, Jorge Jesus, right? So that's in pot 3. So we could potentially be staring at a group that has, I don't know, Dortmund or Flamengo, Inter Milan, Al Hilal, and one of the other lower ranking clubs, maybe Inter Miami.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully
That'll be
not.
group of death. Or, maybe we could have Flamengo, Salzburg, Leon,
Monterrey.
and another club. So who knows? We're gonna find out. 1 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Brazil time in Miami. We're gonna be keeping a close eye, and we're gonna bring news later about this important drawing for the Club World Cup. But very exciting. It's going to be happening here in the U.S. And we're sure going to be there. We're going to find a way around there and covering Flamengo. This is going to be historic. And I really like what I'm seeing about how the club is shaping up. Just connected to that, Flamengo has confirmed that it's preseason. It's actual preseason. We keep talking about that the tail end of this season is the preseason to the preseason. But following the game next Sunday against Vitória, which is Gabigol's farewell in the Maracanã to close off the year. The players are going to go on vacation. And when they come back, they're going to come straight to Florida in preparation for next year's competition. So the Flamengo's preseason is going to be in Florida. And there's already a match scheduled against São Paulo in Fort Lauderdale. And Rafa, FLAmerica will be there. We have our tickets.
Row 1, baby. You guys are going to get right there coverage.
So we're going to bring coverage from the front lines of that Flamengo-São Paulo game in the 2025 preseason. I'm psyched about what 2025 can bring. So FLAmerica couldn't have come to fruition on a better time. This is just a warm-up, Rafa, into next year.
100%. Not only a warm-up into next year, but our technical abilities here on stream are only going to get better. So we appreciate you guys sticking with us since day one. And like I said, we always hope to bring Flamengo to the masses. Let's go ahead and turn on our nice little music that we know signifies coming to the end of another episode. And we thank you guys for joining us. We're extremely excited to see who Flamengo draws in this Club World Cup, and the future is extremely exciting. If there's a time to join Flamengo and keep up with it like you never have before, it's now. Don't worry, we'll take you. And God bless everybody. Thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of your day, and saudações rubro-negra. Bye-bye.
Bye.